What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if you'll please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rumble Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, I can't believe what I'm actually reading. Now, before I get into it and break the metaphorical foot off in WWE's ass for making yet another dumbass mistake, please forgive me for uploading so late, y'all. I finally got done moving. This is the first time I've actually got a chance to actually sit down, settle down, and relax. So please forgive me for the late video, the late upload. But now, having said all that, let's get into it. WWE has released Bray Wyatt. Let's speak on it. And one of what I think is one of the most dumbest moves WWE has made to date. And at this point, bro, I'm like this. It's like WWE is trying to one-up how dumb they are. Like, you thought it wouldn't get any worse with releasing Braun Strowman, a guy in his prime who just main evented your WrestleMania just last year. You're going to release him. I thought it couldn't get any worse than that. Then you let Daniel Bryan walk. Then you release Bray Wyatt. What? I think I speak for the majority of wrestling fans with a brain when I ask, just what the hell are y'all trying to prove? This is not like in the 90s where you can get rid of guys, just get rid of them, let them walk, and go to the rival company, and then you can bring up talent that's young and hungry and already transcendent if you give them the opportunity. Guys, y'all have gone about WWE, y'all have gone above and beyond to prove that y'all do not trust the talent that you have on the roster and that used to be on your roster. Hence the reason why they're not on your roster anymore. How in the hell do you have Bray Wyatt, one of the most influential superstars to date, one of the greatest wrestling minds in the business today? How do you just let him walk? How? How do you just let him walk? Now, I'm going to read this excerpt and I'm going to continue to say what I got to say. The 34-year-old, a prominent member of the roster, has not appeared on WWE programming since April. Bray Wyatt, one of the most prominent members of the WWE roster over the last decade, is no longer with the company. WWE announced on Saturday that Wyatt, real name Wyndham Rotunda, has been released from his contract. WWE has come to terms on the release of Bray Wyatt. WWE wrote in a statement on its website, "We wish him the best on all his future endeavors." Go figure, that's what they usually do when they fuck you over. The 34-year-old Wyatt hadn't appeared on WWE programming since the Raw after WrestleMania 37 this April. Wyatt lost to Randy Orton, which was a dumb mistake. Lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania the previous night. The finish of that match involved Alexa Bliss, who had been aligned with Wyatt on WWE television, turning against him. Another stupid-ass mistake made by WWE. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reported that Wyatt was told that budget cuts were the reason for his release. Imagine being a billion-dollar corporation and worry about budget cuts on your most prominent talent. It reads on. Meltzer added that prior to his release, Wyatt was preparing to return to WWE shows this August. So right before he was getting ready to return, y'all just let him go. And then blame budget cuts. You know what that was, in my opinion? That was y'all having a great, phenomenal talent and simply not knowing what the hell you had. Now, I'm not saying that he should go run his ass over to AEW like everybody else. However, I will say this. You deserve better than WWE, Bray Wyatt. You surely deserve better than Vince McMahon's bullshit, Triple H's fake politics, and Stephanie McMahon walking around the company thinking she's got the biggest dang-a-lang in her drawers when she clearly is a woman. Yes, I said that shit. Don't like it? Get the fuck off my channel. Because I'm getting sick and tired of motherfuckers thinking they can come on my channel, tell me what the hell I should do, and then, well, you said something I don't like, so I gotta... Bitch, if you don't like what I gotta say, take your funky ass on. We gonna hit partnership before summer, with or without your bitch ass. Fuck you. Anyway, Wyatt, the son of Mike Rotunda and the grandson of Blackjack Mulligan, made his in-ring debut in 2009 after signing a WWE development contract. After briefly debuting on the main roster as Husky Harris in 2010, Wyatt arrived on Raw as the leader of the Wyatt family in 2013. The group also included Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman, and the late Luke Harper. All these guys who have since been released. And R.I.P. Luke Harper, of course. Strowman was released by WWE during a round of roster cuts in this June. Rowan was released April 2020. So could we possibly see a reunion of the Wyatt family somewhere else? I'd like to see it. Reading on. Wyatt introduced a new character in 2019, a split personality between his 5-5 Funhouse host and the supernatural The Fiend personas. Wyatt's first match as The Fiend was against Finn Balor at SummerSlam 2019. Having said all that, y'all, I'm gonna say this: WWE, y'all have gone above and beyond to prove just how idiotic you are. This is not like in the '90s where you can just again. This is not where you can just release guys and think you can just replace them with just anybody. These were top talents, and not only were they top talents, you're releasing them in their prime. That's the shit that gets me. It's not like these guys can no longer perform or they stay injured or anything. These guys are in the prime of their careers. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but for the men out there, 34 years old is literally in the middle of the prime of your goddamn life, physically. And you mean to tell me that you have a 34 in his prime, ready to go Bray Wyatt, already with the mic skills of a maestro, can wrestle any damn body and put on a great match, and y'all just let him go. Just let him go. Why? Because he wasn't the Undertaker? I wonder how many more of these dumbass firings we're going to see. Keep a lookout for Big E and Keith Lee, in my opinion, y'all. Because at this point, it's just ridiculous. WWE, shame on you. WWE, get it together. And WWE, you suck. I'm out.